Welcome to the Mental Health Motion News, where I am your host, Chabol, here with his co host, Mr. Munster. Thank you, Mr. Munster. Today in the news, we have a doozy. But before we get into that, I must mention a disclaimer. Yes, a news station that comes with a warning. Why? Because we care that the information we give you might be fire, but it turns out that it is me and Mr. Monster gathering it, producing it, writing it, and delivering it. So it could be absolutely fire, blow up in your face, and make you look like a absolute douchebag. But we do that because we are trying to fight here in the great media war of 2021, soon to be 2022, because what you are seeing on your boob tube is absolute lies and betrayal, and that is the worst thing that can happen to America, is being fed lies and betrayal. Moving on from the great media war of 2021 to, yes, as we're starting to understand who Chabot is. He has a lot going on in his life. His kids were sick for 2 weeks. They were whining, and he has a monitor that sits right there, and it doesn't always project the right noise, because it projects noise like, and you're just like, damn it, dude, why did I sign up for this? I should have pulled out. But that's besides the point, as we're starting to understand who Chabot is. Moving on from to the opening quote. There is no opening quote, so we are just moving on to the sick world news with your MHM news. There it is. To Yes, if you don't see, in 1933, the paramilitary wing of the Communist Party of Germany is, yes, the anti-fascist Akatin. Yes, and to 2017, the paramilitary wing of the Democratic Party of America, Anti-Fascist Action. Oh, well, I guess that's action over there too. And this is, oh my gosh, they're the same. There's no difference. The only difference is the colors. But maybe this time they were like, they heard the Rolling Stones. They're like, da 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 da, got to paint it black, and they're like, oh, we're gonna steal that. Yes, I'm telling you, that's what happened. I'm co-signing that one. Moving on from the news to, yes, Germany imposes Rona lockdown for the unvaccinated. Yes, as we see here, Germany happens to be the place on planet Earth that has majority of the most unvaccinated people. So what are they trying to do? Cripple the economy just like they did in the 1920s. Why? Because they want to build back better. No, they want to build back their way. No, moving on from the news to welcome to America with your MHM news. To U.S. Senate poised to vote Thursday on bill funding government. Yes, U.S. Senate is poised to vote on bill Thursday night to fund government through mid February, removing the risk of a partial shutdown. Yes, as we see here that they did vote on it, and I believe they are staying open till mid February. But I was like, shut them down. Shut them down. We'll take over. You can vote me as speaker or somebody. I'll hold the gavel temporarily. I'll sit there and I'll be like, yay, nay, yay, and I'll read stuff, or like I'll have an intern read it to me, or I'll have like an intern read it, and then tell me the short version. But either way, I would do a better job than these people. Moving on, shut it down. Move to, yes, the mass atrocity crimes preventing future outrages, here with your MHM news, trying to prevent it. We doing God's work, I think. I don't know. People tell me to keep pushing on because of the voices. The voices tell me to keep pushing on. Oh, the voices. Moving on from the news to, yes, New York City imposes Rona vacation mandate for employees of private and religious schools. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Private and religious. State. Private religious state. Private religious state. Private religious state. Wait, Aren't all those things supposed to be separated? I think so. Is there absolute crime going on here? Somebody should sue New York and own that city. I'll be mayor. I know I said I'd go to Washington, D.C., but send me to New York. I'll be mayor. Moving on from the news to yes, voter fraud is a felony and could lead you to Gitmo. Possibly, maybe. This is all educational, alleged stuff. Moving on from the news to yes, Wisconsin's election integrity investigator seeks to jail 2 Democrat mayors if they continue to avoid official interview. Threatens to subpoena Zuckerberg operative. Yes, as you see here, these people going to jail. They going to Gitmo. They going to be like, oh my gosh, Bubba, not behind me, Bubba. Yes, as we see here, these people are going to jail to meet Bubba. Moving on from news to sex crimes here with your MHM News. Mr. Munson, if these women were committing sex crimes, Mr. Munson said he was folding immediately. He said, I didn't even have to start off with the words. He said he knew I was going to ask him. Well, you know what? I might avoid you. You know what? I won't avoid these 2 women. Yep. See, I can say I won't avoid these 2 women, but I will. Yeah, I can't get it together. Moving on from the news to yes, exclusive. Jeffrey, the guy who did that stuff in that cell that people were like, he didn't do it. Yep. Accuses the Clinton White House laid bare. Visitors' logs reveal pedo visited the former president at least 17 times, including a dozen in 1994 and twice in one day on 3 separate occasions. Visitor logs obtained exclusively by Daily Mail reveal pedo Jeffrey, that guy who was like, visited the White House at least 17 times during the Clintons' first term between 1993 and 1995. The documents released as part of a FOIA request show E was admitted as a guest on 14 separate days and 3 occasions made 2 visits in a single day. 2 visits in a single day. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I can blow 2 in a single day. But maybe he was just bringing them. But how does the president blow 2 in a single day at that time? I guess he's got a lot of energy when he's doing adrenochrome. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Either way, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to get to bed. Moving on from, I'll leave a link in below, to, yes, in a fine detail of this man's 17 visits in between 1993 and 1995. We see here that this is absolute, and this man should be, oh, well, I guess he is in jail, or we're going to find out soon later on in the future. Moving on from the news to, yes, Andrew Cuomo is under federal investigation for sexually harassing 11 women. The U.S. Department of Justice has begun looking into the sexual harassment claims that led Andrew Cuomo to resign as governor of New York. The claims were included in the DOJ's investigation over Cuomo's alleged cover-up of the number of deaths inside his nursing homes. The Cuomo spokesman said that the probe was politically motivated and launched by the state attorney general Lydia James, who is running for governor. James published the Pest report detailing Cuomo's behavior against 11 women and released an 11-hour video on Monday on Cuomo's disposition. Yes, you see here that he is going to Gitmo, and Bubba going to be like, why are you behind me, Bubba? Yes, you're going to see he's going to be getting it from Bubba. Moving on from the news to, yes, FBI files say staffers committed sex crimes involving children. They weren't prosecuted. Declassified CIA Inspector General reports show a pattern of abuse and spread. Decision by federal prosecutors not to hold agency personnel accountable. Yes, you see here they were like, ooh, I can touch you and not get in trouble. I'm going to touch you. Ooh, I'm going to touch you and not get in trouble. Ooh, Mr. Munster. Ew, Mr. Munster was liking it. I'm not going to touch you, Mr. Munster. Yes, you see here that other people were being touched by the CIA and probably not liking it, but they continued to be touched anyway and not be prosecuted because they knew nothing was going to happen. So is the CIA corrupt? I think so, because they should be shattered into 1,000 pieces, just like JFK said. Moving on from the news to fraud, scams, and lies could target you, so protect yourself. That's right. When they call you and be like, we have your car's extended warranty, be like, I don't even own a car. I ride a unicycle to work. Moving on from the news to, yes, 2 more Harris aides leaving in addition to Sanders. I don't know who Sanders is, but 2 more aides working with Vice President office are expected to leave their roles in coming weeks, in addition to 2 high-profile exits of her press secretary and communications director. A source familiar with the departures confirmed to The Hill. Yes, you see here they're like, it's a wrap, movie's over, I gotta find a new job. Or they're like, I'm not going down with the ship, I'm leaving. You guys can all go down with the ship. Or they're like, we were agents, so we're leaving. Who knows? We're going to find out later on in the future who these people are. Moving on from the news to, gosh, if you made it this far in the Mental Health Militia News, God bless you, because I didn't want to make it this far in the Mental Health Militia News. It's 1:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have work early in the morning. My kids wake up at 6 a.m., but I normally get 3 hours of sleep anyway, because I learned from DJT that you don't need much sleep. You just keep pressing on and good fortunes will happen. Moving on from the news to, yes, in drop 2495. Together we win. Attacks on Whitaker will only intensify. Senate was the target. Q. Yes, you see here that the Senate was the target, and all of these people are going to drop out in the coming months as Ghislaine Maxwell's case just keeps going on, and she name drops. She's like, yep, that name, we're going to drop it out of this hat. That name, yep, dropping it out of this hat. That name, oh, but there you go. And these people, are they really resigning, or are they going to Gitmo? I'm saying they're going to Gitmo. Moving on from the news to, oh gosh, that is all for now from the Mental Health Militia News. Mr. Munster and Chabul, have a good one. Holla. God bless you and yours. Holla, Chabul. 2 fingers. Gosh, I'm going to bed. Good night. Gotta close this one out right there. 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 There.